free your mind.
Okie dokie. So I've got these, they're supposed to be alcohol inks. They're written down as alcohol inks, but they say pop marker on them. Now I'm going to try them as alcohol inks. These colours, I think they're about £9 for 8 of them. So you can't complain at that. I've made my own alcohol ink. Me white, because we're no white there. I'm using this cheap one from wish.com. And I've got some 99% alcohol, or 99.9%. So that's good stuff. I might have some of that later. Anyway, I've got the alcohol inks. One's a bit stronger than the other one. So, well, one's a bit stronger than the other one. So we'll see what they turn out. This video will be a hit or a miss, so you might not even see this video. Right, let's crack on. Just a word to the wise. If these do actually if they don't, bollocks. Just a word to the unwise. When you get these, the tops are sealed there. They're sealed, so make sure you take the top off before you cut it. Otherwise, you end up, well, if you've ever seen Dexter and the blood splatter scene, I used red first and that's what it looks like. Okay, so we'll see how this one turns out. I've got my resin already done. This dish is not all that deep, so I don't want to overfill it. Just make sure it goes in all the, I know you can't see, sorry about that, but I'll just make sure that it goes into all the crevices, the corners, whatever you want to call them. Right, I think that's about right. Get my torch. Not too long. I only want to pop bulbs on top, and then just top it up. Right. And again, the torch. Right, let's give it a try. If it works, great. If it doesn't, nothing lost. I don't know how fast these are going to pour out, so just being very careful. Looks okay so far. And just give this white a shake, just in case it's settled. What I'm going to do, I'm going to try this one now, this thin one. This is only experiment. That does seem a bit better. Seems to be going more places. I think I may have to put the ink into some little bottles like these ones, because it's not the best at pouring really. I think you're supposed to have it and just stick it in a pen or something and use it all in one go. As I've said, this is just an experiment. It's just a little bit hard to control. So I'm going to go for the thinner white again. Had a nice effect on that one. Don't know if you can see that. Let's try a bit of blue. I don't know what it'll look like over this purple. It's not the best looking one I've ever seen made. Right, I think I better stop there before I use too many colours. I'll leave that as is and see what it comes like after. Right, I'll just adjust the camera. I'm just going to try one of these, see what this turns out like. Just about got enough resin left, I think. There's a little mark on that one, so let's move further down. Just check, yeah, that's where we are. I've had this mould for quite a while now, and I've never used it. I never actually got round to it. It was supposed to be for making some orgonite, which I haven't done for quite a while now. Oops, just make sure I don't go over. Right, hopefully the ink won't take it over too much. Torch again. There's not too many bubbles in this mix. It seems to take the bubbles away, so not as much need for torching. I'm going to have to try and use it very sparingly. Or not. I'm definitely going to have to put these into different bottles because they're not the easiest to control. Look at my hands. Fortunately they're my team's colours, so not all that bad. That's orange somewhere. Made a bit of a mess there, but it won't matter. I've got some left over, so I might as well use it. See a torch. This is the first time I've ever done this stuff. I've never actually used the alcohol inks, although they're not alcohol inks originally. They were advertised as it, but I'm not convinced. Just wipe the resin off my torch I've just put on. Definitely going to have to sort this. I'm not sure that these inks are the best thing, because the first coaster where I did has sort of gone muddy now. That's sort of muddy looking. I must need to wear gloves next time. I didn't think it'd be as messy as this. Has anyone ever used black? Let's give it a try. Just going to do the one drop. Still more. Waste not, want not. I think these look nice on like a leather lace, you know, as a necklace. I do have some of them, so I'll get some of them going, I think. Just put the last of the resin in. I might just try black and white, see how that turns out. Oh, this stuff's crazy, I'm just getting my hands full of it. Just going to leave that one as is. And where's these ones? I think I'll try for another purple. I'll just put some white in that one as well. See how these turn out now. If this does turn out, as I said, word of warning, put gloves on. Just give my hands a quick wash. Yeah, that's much better. You can't even tell I've got ink on my hands, can you? No. Right, so show you the ones where I've done. Like I said, I'm only doing the small ones to begin with. And that's the other one, what just looks like a muddy mess now. It will do if that falls in. And yeah, we'll just see what these turn out like in 24 hours or so.
24 hours later.
Okay, so this is 24 hours later. That is very, very dark. This was a test, it comes out very easy. This was a test to see if these inks from wish.com, which they say are called pop marker, but they actually say that they are alcohol inks, but no, they're not. So this is what it turns out like on this side. Oh, actually it's not that bad. Not too far off. I don't know what's happened with the bag, that's just completely, no, sort of almost black. So that is not as bad as I thought it would be actually. So right, I'll put that one down there. Just left the mould clear. Right, I'll try these now. These are what I was going to put on a string or a cord for any neck. Yeah, as I said, they're not like the usual alcohol inks. My mate's not working again. Inks. I'll just see how they all turn out. It should be a bit clearer on this one, I think. Yeah, there is. I mean, they're not perfect, but I don't know. They'll certainly work for colouring resin. Yeah, but that's what I'll use them for. I don't know, I can imagine that on a necklace. No, a bit of cord tied around it or something. This other one. And it's dried really well, it's not sort of undried anywhere. You know, I'm not like got my fingers full of ink with it. I didn't know how it was going to turn out. Yeah, it's pretty clear on that part there. And I've got the black and white one. Oh. So what do I think? Let's just get a They're all in the camera there. They're not as bad as I thought they were going to be. I mean, they're probably not as good as what somebody else thought they were going to be either. But to say you get like 8 of these in different colours for I think with £9 or something like that. It's much cheaper than the alcohol ink, but I think that they may be a bit too thin. Yeah, I think they may be just a bit too thin to use as alcohol inks, but for colouring items, I don't know, it's like perfect. No, I mean, I've got other colorants, what I do use for colouring resin, and I don't think they're much worse than they are. So let's see what they look like on a white background. Whitish background. Let's see if I can zoom in a bit. Yeah. Would I buy him again? I think I would, actually. I'd just use them for colouring bits of resin or something, or maybe making geodes. Because they do come out, I can't pick the ones up, they do come out very sort of clear. This video now is not giving the proper colour. I see it as that's on the screen. It's like a very light orange, where it's more like a browny orange on that one. The pink one's showing lighter as well. So they're not going to change. Even if I took them outside to be sort of looked at, it won't be as good. So what I'll do, I'll take some photographs now, and I'll let you decide. Can you leave some comments what you think of it? Think it's a waste of time? Think it's do you think you'd use it as a alcohol ink, or do you think you'd use it just to colour some resin if you're making a geode or some other resin piece? So if you leave me a comment below, thumbs up, subscribe if you can do, please. And also if you come and support my PayPal, that'd be great. Yeah, let me know what you think. Cheers. These are more like the real colours what I am seeing now, so it gives you a better idea of what they do look like. Let me know what you think.